Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak English with Mishu. I'm Emily and I'm here once again with my favorite co-host.
Hey, I'm Liam, and today's topic is deep. It's one of those truths that hit hard. Nothing changes if nothing changes.
So true, Liam. You know what? Last week I kept saying I wanted to improve my English pronunciation, but I didn't change anything. I didn't practice, didn't record myself, and guess what? No progress at all.
That's real. I used to wish my mornings were more productive, but I'd wake up and reach for my phone. The same habits, the same results.
So, if you feel stuck or if you've been waiting for something to magically improve in your life or in your English, today's episode is for you.
We're going to talk about why things don't change, how to actually break the pattern, and how even small actions can lead to big transformation.
Let's be honest, everyone wants to change something in their life. Maybe it's becoming fluent in English, waking up earlier, being more confident, or just feeling better about themselves.
But here's the truth no one likes to hear. Wishing doesn't work. You can read all the motivational quotes in the world, but if your actions don't change, your life stays the same.
Yes, and this is especially true for English learners. You might say, I want to speak English fluently, but if you never practice speaking, how will anything change?
Exactly. We wait for the perfect time. We wait to feel ready. We wait until Monday or next month. But here's the thing. Change doesn't wait for you. You have to start now.
That's why today's topic matters so much. If you're feeling stuck, bored, or tired of seeing the same results again and again, this episode will show you how to flip the script.
And we're not talking about big, scary life changes. We're talking about small, daily actions, tiny shifts that create real transformation over time.
So stay with us because this might be the moment you realize that you have more power than you think. Let's talk about the real struggle. We all say we want change, but most of the time, we don't actually change anything. Why does that happen?
Because staying the same feels safe. It's comfortable. Even if we're not happy, it's familiar. Change feels hard, scary, and sometimes risky.
Right. You might want to improve your English speaking, but speaking out loud feels awkward, so you stay silent. You want to wake up early, but the bed feels too warm. You want to study more, but your phone is more fun.
It's like this invisible wall. We know what we should do, but we choose comfort over progress. And then we wonder why life feels the same day after day.
The problem is we expect change without effort. We expect fluency without practice, confidence without speaking, growth without action.
And when we don't see results quickly, we give up. We say, maybe I'm not smart enough, or maybe this isn't for me. But that's not true. The problem isn't you, it's your habits.
So, if you feel stuck in your English, your routine, or your life, it's not a sign to quit. It's a sign that something needs to change.
And that's what we're about to explore. What are the emotional and logical reasons we stay stuck, and how do we break free?
Let's go deeper now. Why don't we change even when we want to? It's not just laziness, it's deeper than that.
Totally. One big reason is fear. Fear of failure, fear of looking stupid, fear of stepping into the unknown. Your brain says, what if this doesn't work? And suddenly, you stop before you start.
And then there's doubt. You tell yourself, maybe I'm not good enough, or it's too late for me. Those thoughts aren't facts, they're habits, and they keep you trapped.
Emotionally, we crave comfort. Change feels like jumping into cold water. It's shocking. So we stay in the warm pool of old habits, even if we're not happy.
Logically, there's something called the status quo bias. Our brain naturally wants to keep things the same. It avoids effort and risk, even when change would be good.
And let's not forget perfectionism. We think, if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. That mindset kills progress. It's better to start messy than to not start at all.
So, when you say you want to speak better English or build a new habit, but nothing changes, it's not because you're weak. It's because you're human. We all fight the same inner resistance.
But once you see these patterns, fear, doubt, comfort, perfectionism, you can beat them. And that's where change really begins.
All right, now that we understand the causes, let's dive into solution number one, a small but powerful action you can take today to break the pattern. Okay, so what's the first step to real change? It's not big or dramatic, it's simple. Change one small thing today.
Most people wait for the perfect moment. But the truth is, big change starts with something tiny, a 2-minute habit, a small decision, something so easy your brain has no excuse not to do it.
Like this. Want to speak English better? Say one sentence out loud each morning. Want to wake up earlier? Move your alarm 10 minutes back. Want to read more? Just read one paragraph today.
These tiny shifts tell your brain, we're doing something new. That's how change begins, not with force, but with momentum.
And here's the magic. Once you do one small thing, your brain wants to do the next. It's called the domino effect. One tiny action knocks over the next, and soon you're moving forward without even realizing it.
So don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for Monday. Ask yourself right now, what's one small thing I can change today? Then do it.
All right, ready to build on that? Let's move into solution number two. This one's about building a new identity through consistent action.
So here's something powerful. Real change happens when you stop focusing on goals and start focusing on identity. Instead of saying, I want to speak English fluently, say, I am someone who speaks English every day.
Wow, yes, that shift is huge because when you change how you see yourself, your actions follow. It's no longer about forcing a habit, it's about living it.
Let's say your goal is to become more confident in English. Instead of waiting for confidence, start acting like a confident learner. Join a conversation, even if it's scary. Speak slowly and clearly. Praise your own effort.
Each small action becomes proof that you are changing. Every time you study, even for 5 minutes, you're telling your brain, this is who I am now.
It's like planting seeds. You won't see the tree tomorrow, but every drop of water counts. Every habit is a vote for the person you want to become.
So instead of chasing results, start living the identity. Say to yourself, I'm an English speaker. I'm a focused student. I'm someone who finishes what they start.
Those words shape your behavior, and behavior creates real, lasting change.
Next, let's talk about another powerful shift, changing your environment so it works with you, not against you.
Here's a truth many people forget. Your environment controls your actions more than your motivation does. If your space is full of distractions, it's going to be hard to change anything.
Exactly. Think about it. If your phone is always beside you, if the TV is on, or your desk is a mess, how will you focus? Even the strongest willpower will lose in a noisy, cluttered space.
So, what can you do? Make small changes in your environment to support the change you want. Want to study English daily? Put your notebook and headphones on your desk where you can see them. Want to stop wasting time? Keep your phone in another room during study time.
I've started putting sticky notes with motivational words on my mirror. Just one says, you're growing. That tiny reminder lifts my mood every morning.
That's awesome. I created a learning corner in my room. Just a table, chair, and a lamp. But when I sit there, my brain knows it's time to work. It feels different.
The point is, don't try to rely on willpower alone. Set up your world so that good habits are easy and bad habits are harder to fall into.
When you shape your environment, you make change feel natural, not forced, not stressful, just part of your daily life.
All right, now let's get into one final tip that makes change stick, even when you feel lazy, tired, or unmotivated.
Here's a truth many people forget. Your environment controls your actions more than your motivation does. If your space is full of distractions, it's going to be hard to change anything.
Exactly. Think about it. If your phone is always beside you, if the TV's on, or your desk is a mess, how will you focus? Even the strongest willpower will lose in a noisy, cluttered space.
So, what can you do? Make small changes in your environment to support the change you want. Want to study English daily? Put your notebook and headphones on your desk where you can see them. Want to stop wasting time? Keep your phone in another room during study time.
I've started putting sticky notes with motivational words on my mirror. Just one says, "You're growing." That tiny reminder lifts my mood every morning.
That's awesome! I created a learning corner in my room. Just a table, chair, and a lamp. But when I sit there, my brain knows it's time to work. It feels different.
The point is, don't try to rely on willpower alone. Set up your world so that good habits are easy and bad habits are harder to fall into.
When you shape your environment, you make change feel natural, not forced, not stressful, just part of your daily life.
All right, now let's get into one final tip that makes change stick, even when you feel lazy, tired, or unmotivated.
Let's be real. Changing your life sounds great in theory, but when it's time to take action, doubt shows up fast. You start thinking, what if I fail again? Or what if people laugh at me?
Yep, one of the biggest fears is judgment. What will others think if I start doing things differently? But here's the truth. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves to notice.
And even if they do notice, that doesn't matter. You're not changing your life for them, you're doing it for you, and that makes it 100% worth it.
Another obstacle is self-doubt. That voice inside that says, "You always quit," or "You'll never be fluent." But remember, your past doesn't define your future.
The key is to talk back to that voice. Say, yes, I've failed before, but this time I have a new plan. It's okay to start slow. What matters is that you start.
And sometimes you'll feel unmotivated, tired, or lost. That's part of the journey. Change isn't a straight line. It's messy, emotional, and real.
But that's why this episode is called Nothing Changes If Nothing Changes. If you want different results, you have to do something different, even if it's small, even if it's scary.
So be kind to yourself, but also be honest. Are your actions matching your dreams? If not, you know what to do.
Let's bring all of this together in a quick role play to show how these tips look in real life.
All right, Liam, imagine you want to improve your English speaking, but you always feel nervous and don't practice. What's your first small step?
I'd start with a tiny shift. Say one sentence out loud every morning. Just one. That's easy and breaks the doing nothing cycle.
Perfect. And what if you feel scared to speak in front of others?
I'd remind myself that everyone starts somewhere. I'd practice in my focus zone. Maybe record myself and listen later, using the Feynman technique to explain what I'm learning.
Great strategy. How about when distractions hit?
I'd shape my environment, put my phone in another room, close unnecessary tabs, and set a timer for a Pomodoro session.
And on lazy days?
I'd follow the minimum effort rule. Just do the bare minimum, like reading one paragraph or practicing one phrase.
See, small changes add up to big results. It's all about consistency and mindset.
Exactly. And remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. So start today, no matter how small.
Let's learn some useful words and phrases from today's episode to help you talk about change and growth.
First word, change. To make something different. Example, I want to change my daily routine to study better.
Next, momentum. Force gained by moving forward, helping you keep going. Example, starting with one small habit builds momentum over time.
Identity. How you see yourself. Example, she changed her identity from a beginner to a confident English speaker.
Comfort zone. A place or situation where you feel safe but don't grow. Example, You need to step out of your comfort zone to improve.
Consistency. Doing something regularly over time. Example, consistency is key to mastering a new skill.
Procrastination, delaying or avoiding doing something. Example, stop procrastination by taking small action right now.
And finally, motivation, the reason or desire to do something. Example, her motivation to learn English comes from her dream to travel.
Try using these words when you talk about your own journey. It helps you sound natural and confident. Today, we learned a powerful truth. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Change begins with small, intentional steps. You don't need to do everything at once. Just start with one tiny shift.
Remember to build your new identity by acting like the person you want to become. Shape your environment to support your goals, and on tough days, do the minimum to keep moving forward.
Every small action adds up. Consistency beats intensity. Your progress may be slow at first, but that's okay. Keep going. You're growing every day.
If this episode inspired you, please subscribe to Speak English with Mishu and share it with friends who want to create real change in their lives.
And we'd love to hear from you. What small change will you start today? Write in the comments and let's support each other.
Thanks for being here with us. Keep believing, keep acting, and remember, your future is waiting on the other side of change.
See you next time on Speak English with Mishu. Bye.
Bye, everyone.